Let's begin with the Reds. Matt Latos threw a bullpen session today. Felt tightness in the forearm. He shut down for a couple of days, pushed back on his rehab schedule. Aroldis Chapman will throw a bullpen session on Monday. Tonight, Tampa in town, throwing David Price against Johnny Cueto. Well, Johnny Cueto struggled out of the box, but only gave up one in the first. Then he gave up a home run in the third. It's 2-0. Stayed that way until the ninth. Cueto righted himself, pitched well, but he just can't get any run support. First run came on a Joey Votto home run in the ninth. Then the Reds loaded the bases on Grant Balfour walks. Brian Pena pinch hitting. Looked at strike three. Reds fall to Tampa Bay in game one, 2-1. Little unrest on Victory Parkway these days. The latest exit is second leading scorer Justin Martin declaring he's going to transfer. Martin has a year of eligibility left to play right away, and Xavier will allow him to look at other schools after completing his degree. This follows Samaje Kristen declaring for the draft. Kamal Richards announcing that he will transfer. It's also confirmed that Cal has offered Chris Mack the coaching job to replace a retired Mike Montgomery. The Bearcats did more than most thought they would, including the voting coaches and media that didn't mention them in the preseason top 25. They won a share of the inaugural American title with an All-American Sean Kilpatrick, but their coach has yet to sign the extension that would keep him here through 2020. Mike Berk caught up with Mick at the Bearcat basketball banquet earlier this week.
All right, Brad, as you can see, I've got my Bearcats colors on today. Totally coincidental, but appropriate for the occasion. We're at the team banquet for the 2013-14 season. Mick Cronin, our guest coach. Boy, you know, look, we know it didn't end the way you wanted it to. You don't have to tell us that. But
Thanks for reminding me.
27 wins, though. You know, once you get close to 30, that's a special season. Are you now thinking of it in those terms?
No, I was right away. You know, we had a tremendous year. Really, when you play in a tournament, the only thing you're trying to do is win it. Only one team wins it. The other 68 go home. We had an unbelievable season. We had a guy who's first-team All-American. We had a young man, Justin Jackson, come alive before everybody's eyes. Have a season that nobody thought he was capable of having. And Titus Rubles gave everything he had, every game, every night. We probably had the best home game in my memory in college basketball, and our game against Memphis was probably I at the time was so focused on winning the conference, I didn't realize, you know, what a special night that was.
If you could have one thing back from this season, one game back, one play you drew up that you didn't like, what would it be?
Oh, no question, it would be CBS. Not CBS and their announcers not waving to the officials to tell them to look at the camera again and kill our momentum when we were beating Louisville in a 7-minute delay and 2 call changes and the biggest debacle of the season in college basketball. Because if we win that game, obviously, we win the conference outright, it changes the landscape of everything. I think we went on to win the Connecticut game. Our guys felt too much pressure in that game. And I think we'd have been a 1 or 2 at 3 at the worst seed. So I think it was a very unfortunate thing that happened and was not to the control of any of our players.
Well, the weather at Augusta today, spectacular, but the pin placements, especially on the front nine, diabolical. Leaving more top players on the wrong end of the cut line than any year in recent memory. Phil Mickelson, rough day on the 12th. He'll go from bunker to bunker. So now Phil in the back trap, going bunker to bunker to cut. First time since 1997. Phil will not be around for the weekend. On the 4th, Rory McIlroy, par 3, got all of that one. Almost got Adam Scott on the 5th tee with some of that. Rory makes the cut at +4. That's on the line. Tomorrow he's out first by himself. 54-year-old Freddie Couples, 1992 Masters winner. Smooth. Birdie on 13, 2 under. If you thought Nausea would be in the final group, you were right. John Senden saves par at 16. He's 4 under. Second alone. They're chasing this guy. Bubba Watson threatened to run away and hide. Great approach on 13. Bubba birdied holes 12 through 16. Didn't have a great 2013. Bubba, what have you been doing?
Oh, no, I'm still celebrating my green jacket. How many green jackets you got? I mean, if you had one, you'd celebrate it for a year or 2, maybe 3. This year I come in here with no media attention. Just out there practicing, playing. I changed my routine a little bit, played 9 holes a day starting on Monday, and just try to save energy as much as I can. And then, yeah, so it was very, very different from last year to this year.
Take me to your leaders. Bubba with a 3-stroke cushion. 20-year-old Jordan Spieth tied with Jonas Blixt, and last year's champ 4 strokes back. 3 more, including couples, at 2 under par. Clones hosting the Nailers. Wiener dog races. Look at Jimmy the Wiener run. Serious 40 time. Hot diggity. In the first, Jonathan Hazen leading the 2-on-1. Finds Josh Shalla. 1-0 Clones. Would be 2-0 after some extracurriculars. Wheeling got on the board. Tom Kuhnhackl in front.